writing about it, and I cover both of these things in the Word Guide and the basic book. And so, first of all, we take into consideration, what do we mean by marriage? That hasn't been defined, in a clear manner yet. People have used it in slang terms and whatnot. There's a scene in the movie called From Here to Eternity that came out in the 1950s, and a lady is sitting on a park bench, I believe, near a beach, and she's trying to marry a fella, looking forward to getting a divorce from her husband and marrying a sergeant that is in the Army. And so they are sitting there talking about it and trying to contemplate how they're going to go about doing it. And so she said, well, apparently you don't really want to get married to me because you're already married. You're married to the Army. Now, stop and think about that. Now, she probably meant that as a metaphor or something like that. But married to the Army, a person who is married to something like an Army, one person married to the Army, what does that mean? So what does marriage mean? What is a marriage? If I get on a bus and I put my fare into the fare machine, and then I take a seat, and the bus driver says, now I will take you where you need to go because you have paid your fare, does that mean that me and the bus driver are now married? That's a contract of some sort, but can you call that a marital contract? Well, what I've written in the code book is that marriage is between male with female, But if someone wants to take that and just take it all off in every type of orbit that there is, you can call anything a marriage. You can call people who shake hands. You can say, hey, you're shaking hands. You're now married. That's now a marriage because you have agreed to shake hands, because that's all it is an agreement. If you put it within what you call the bolder context, depends on what context you want to put it in. So what does that mean? And what is it supposed to produce? Like I always say, what's supposed to be the constructive result of anything that people do, whether it's a marriage or whether it's eating sweet potatoes for breakfast? Impossible.
Now, what does
Can't be done.
What does that mean?
That's what I mean. That's why I say it's important to, first of all, define what marriage is, which they are not even doing that. They're running right past that. They're running right past it. They're talking about the same-sex marriage. But first of all, let's define what a marriage is. Same-sex means two people of the same sex, because you have, in the popular sense, you have already said that marriage is between male and female, or man and woman, really, not just male and female, because you're not taking into consideration children. You're saying that children can't be married, which I agree, which I say that no non-white people on this planet in the system of white supremacy are married. See, now we're going to get into a lot of things here, because what is happening is the definition of marriage is being expanded, just like when the racial classifications first started off. There were only 3. Now there are about 21.
Mm-hmm.
And many, many people, many scholars have said what we have now is mass confusion with all these different classifications.
Right.
And what are these classifications are designed to produce?